Welcome back to the show. This is the Voice of Resistance. At the end of last week, Attorney General for Virginia, Ken Cuccinelli, was on the Steve Deace radio show. He spoke candidly about the value of civil disobedience. Let's listen.
Ken, we got about 2 minutes left with you. I want to ask you before we leave, your take on this Hobby Lobby religious conscience case with Obamacare and the government saying you got to supply abortifacients to your employees, and they're saying there's no way we're going to do that. They've tried to sue to get their grievance heard, and it hasn't gone anywhere so far, and they're willing to go to the lengths of civil disobedience, even shut down their business. What's your take on this case?
Well, I call this the son of mandate, and I got to give them credit for courage. I think that, Abraham Lincoln has many good quotes, but one of them is the best way to get rid of a bad law is to enforce it vigorously. And here we're going to have an example of what tyranny means when it's played to its logical conclusion, because forcing business owners and businesses to do this is not consistent with our history of preserving religious liberty, one of the most important protections we have in this country. Frankly, for many, many people, millions and millions of Americans, it's why they came here, which is particularly sad to see it assaulted in the way it's been assaulted. And I think you're going to see more Hobby Lobbies out there of people who are just not willing to take this. Plenty of people are suing, but I think part of this is the attack on the Catholic Church. And my local bishop said, well, I told a group I'm ready to go to jail. And I said, Bishop, don't take this personally. You need to go to jail. And what I mean by that is people need to see it play out all the way to its logical conclusion. And this guy is making them do it. God bless him. And what my prediction is they're going to find some way to weasel out of actually making him do it.
I agree with you. I think they will do that.
Because they're too scared of actually playing the case out.
Yep.
Thank you, Attorney General. Now, I want to say two things before I comment on any of the content. Number one, you got to love a man who has the courage to say what he just said on the air. And number two, there will be hell to pay for those statements. He's probably going to run for governor in Virginia. And you better believe that sound clip is already archived at the Democratic Party as they lick their chops and prepare to say, well, the chief law enforcement officer is calling for people to break the law. This is horrifying. This is dangerous. This man is not fit to be the governor of Virginia if he can't even uphold the law or encourage other people to uphold the law. Blah, blah, blah. All right? No good deed goes unpunished, Ken, and there will be a punishment for that good deed. But I still love that he said it, and I hope you do too. Friend, sometimes it is required of us, as the apostles said, we must obey God rather than men. We must. In the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, the great faith hall of fame, you see person after person who received the praise of the writer and the blessing of Almighty God because they defied, disobeyed civil authority, and broke the law. And there are situations right now where breaking the law, defying the law is a matter of conscience. And the best thing that could happen is for Hobby Lobby to not stand alone, but for others to join, and for some Catholic bishops to go to jail, and maybe John Hagee, or maybe some other mega pastors to go to jail for saying, no, we will not provide drugs that kill innocent people. No, we won't do it. Let's see what happens. When we come back from this break, I'm going to make some predictions. I'm going to read to you from the Declaration of Independence, and I'm going to paint a scenario and then ask you to fill in the blanks. Don't go away.